All aboard! What's going on, adventurers? It's your boy, VayKJ. It's vacation education. Some people think that VayKJ is on the crazy train. Oh, au contraire. I have an awesome adventure for you today. We're gonna take you back about 200 years. This place is the only place in the entire world that you want to get wrecked. Today, I'm inviting you, train enthusiasts, and you like to sip on a little of the devil's elixir, to join me. Let's go! So here we are in Mount Holly, New Jersey. And it looks just like a normal, old school train station. But man, there is something wondrous inside. This is a place called Train Wreck Distillery. It's at 25 Madison Avenue, Mount Holly, New Jersey, 08060. This was an abandoned building until these fine gentlemen procured it. And then they renovated it to what you see today. One of the reasons I wanted to do this establishment is because this place has got a lot of historic value and the name is priceless. I think it's time to get train wrecked. On a side note, I'm not sure if you could see this or not. Maybe I'll go to the other side. But right there, very vaguely, you can see Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. This was literally a circus train. We're a little bit of a circus ourselves. Joining me today on this crazy train adventure, no, it is not Ozzy Osbourne. It is the VayKJD.
Hey everybody. Good to see you today. Thanks for hanging with us. This is a little bit of a different video. We hope you like it. I think it's very interesting, so let's see what we got. You know, we'll go inside, we'll find out.
What some of the adventurers might not know is that Ellie the Bee has ridden certain rides at a famous place called Knoebels. And one of her favorite rides at Knoebels was the train. And there she is in the Ellie the Bee mobile, the Ellie the Bee. Up, 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 up. Hey Ellie, you ready to go in and get on this crazy train?
She's ready to go back to Knoebels, I know that.
I know. Well, this might be the little taste of Knoebels here. I'm getting a little bit of Knoebels vibe. In 1999, the Mount Holly Historical Society actually has recognized this building for being, you know, a historical landmark that Train Wreck Distillery is inside of. This way to the bar. Let's head in and check this place out. Whoa. Got the AC in here, it's nice and cool. Wait a second. You didn't think you were going to see Tom Hanks from the Polar Express in this video, did you? He was just hiding behind the door right there. They do say that he is the bouncer here at the Train Wreck Distillery. Don't get crazy or Tom Hanks is throwing you out of here.
Hello, welcome to Train Wreck Distillery. It's definitely time for a drink. My name is Sean. I am our tasting room manager here at Train Wreck Distilleries. I've been working here for about 7 years.
Sean, this is my first time here to the Train Wreck Distillery. All the adventurers out there could be some fans of the Train Wreck actually watching this video, but let's say, for example, they've never been here before.
Okay. We're a distillery, so what that means is we make all our own craft spirits. You hear about breweries. Breweries are beer, wineries are for wine, and distilleries are for spirits. So in our case, we produce a vodka, a gin, 2 different types of rum, 2 different types of gin actually,
Wow.
5 different types of whiskey. We do a single malt. We do a lot here, pretty much everything but a tequila. So pretty much what you could expect is to come in, you could get up to 3 free samples of any of our spirits to try straight up. And then we also have up to 20 different cocktails on our menu.
Anytime there's alcohol and free samples, you can count the BKJ in. We didn't really get a chance to kind of look around your inside area here, because they have an inside and an outside. There's a lot going on here at the Train Wreck, and maybe if you could take us around and maybe just showcase some of the things you got going on the walls here. That'd be great.
Let's do it. So this building was built around the 1850s.
Okay.
This building was originally a train station back in the day. So our train line ran right behind the trees on the back of the property. It ran from Seaside Park to Camden. And this building has been here ever since. So this building's almost 200 years old. Throughout the years, we've been collecting photos, there's lanterns, there's a whole bunch of different history.
These train tickets right here?
Yeah, yes they are.
Lanterns you got on the...
Yeah, it's just a lot of collecting, a lot of going to flea markets, and you know, our customers are so great, sometimes they'll even donate them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I have to point this out right here. Now this is great. Now it's hanging above the bar and it says, "The place to get bombed." That is awesome.
I also got the hammer right over there.
A big mallet. I wonder what the heck that was even used for. It says, "Place to get hammered." That's what I really wanted to showcase to you, adventurers. This place is so fun. The name is just wonderful. I don't know. I think that it's just got a certain vacation education energy. I don't think I've ever used that on the channel before. But if there's any place that has it, it's this place. The Blue Comet, Atlantic City, luxury accommodations at coach fares. And there's the Jersey Central Railroad. So that actually came with the building.
Yeah, yep. So I don't know how long it's been here before we bought it, but we bought the building around 2017, and it's been here ever since. A lot of the pictures and paintings on the wall were from the original people, the original owners.
Okay.
This building has been everything since it's a train station. It was a deli, it was a thrift store,
Right.
And before we acquired it, it was a Jamaican restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Jamaican restaurant.
Yep.
Wow, look at this. So on a beautiful spring or summer day, and you guys open up, what are your hours, like 5 to?
We are, well, it's different hours through different days. So we are Thursday, we are 5 to 10. On Friday, we are 5 to 11. On Saturday, we are 1 to 11. And Sunday, we are 1 to 7.
Okay.
And hours may vary during different seasons. When it gets a little colder, we tend to close a little earlier.
You do have live music here too. Sean, when does the live music usually happen? I mean, this is a Thursday.
So we do live music every Friday and Saturday, and it starts at 7 and it runs until 10.
I told you, this place is a fun place. Look, they got Connect 4 over here.
So outside we have the capacity to fit roughly around 100 people.
Okay.
So sometimes it does get pretty jam-packed, but we always say, no drama zone.
If you're coming here to the Train Wreck Distillery, and you're not like chill, relax, having a wonderful time, if you don't walk out of this place just being like, man, I had a great time. It's not the Train Wreck Distillery's fault. That's your fault. Right?
Yep, so our stage is right here. And so pretty much right here, this is where they'll set up for some music.
It's still wonderful that you have an area here that actually have the opportunity to have some live music.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places these days, you know, they're going the way of the DJ or just have some music playing. They're not bringing in live entertainment. So that's great. You have your fire pits. So here's one of your fire pits right here.
Yep, we also have the fire pits. In the fall, this is the best spot to sit at one of our 2 fire pits.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have the 2 bars. If you are a train person, what would you call the platform?
Yeah.
You know, that the train would pull up and you would get on the train. And they've converted the platform into a patio that you can now sit out and relax. There it is, Railway Express Agency Incorporated. I love the weights on top of the specials here.
Yeah, the railroad spikes.
They have railroad spikes as anchors holding down the Shipwreck Distillery spring menu right there. Look at that. That's brilliant. It's those little touches like this, okay, that just, I don't know, just make it so fun. It's like you've been whisked away to like a themed, almost like, dare I say, Disney restaurant. You know, if you have a family member out there or a friend, it's really into trains, for example, I mean, and happen to be into cocktails, gotta put the Train Wreck Distillery on your to-do list.
Very friendly.
It is dog friendly here at the Train Wreck Distillery. So as long as you have the dogs
she's
outside,
a little drunk, but
they are welcome to come into the back. Do have their own merchandise. So come here to the Train Wreck, and you really love it, you could take home some of their apparel. I mean, look at this hat right here. So even though we're coming into the summer months, eventually it will get cold, and you would be looking pretty snazzy in your Train Wrecked apparel right there. Mount Holly, let's go. Oh, and tank tops, what? Okay, now we're talking. You know, you go to Planet Fitness, oh, you got on your Train Wreck tank top, everyone will think you're the coolest person in the gym, for sure. The Train Wreck Distillery Happy Hour, Thursday and Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. 2 ingredient cocktails, $9 clear, $10 dark. Old fashioned is $12. They got slushies, vodka, transfusion, and it looks like lime vodka pineapple mule too. So when you guys come in, make sure you're checking out the Train Wreck chalkboard. Nothing says summer like a slushie.
Alrighty. Let's put some garnishes on these.
Perfect. Wow, look at those drinks. Man, they sure look refreshing.
Yes. In the summer, these things move. They definitely move. All right, ladies, are we going to be starting a tab? If it's your first time coming in, you could get up to 3 free samples of whatever you want to try, and I definitely would take it up. I always say if it's free, it's for me.
Yes.
So our number one, my favorite, is our gin. It's definitely not like your grandfather's gin. It's a citrus-forward gin. The main ingredient in gin is juniper berries. That's what gives it its distinct piney flavor. So in our gin, we use a little bit less, and in a couple of our botanicals are actually citrus peels, so it gives it a nice citrus finish. And it tends to be a little bit cleaner of a finish. Our French oak bourbon, that is aged for 3 years in white American oak barrels. For the last 3 months, we actually introduced French oak staves into the barrels, and it gives it more of a sweeter flavor profile. From there, I would also recommend our single malt whiskey. So this is also aged for 3 years in the oak barrels. This is made from 100% two-row barley. This has more of a nutty flavor. Out of those 3 are some of my favorites, but all of them are different. I would ask you what you enjoy drinking and then go from there.
Before we do the samples and the taste testing, Sean has personally invited Vacation Education to go behind the scenes here at the Train Wreck Distillery and see how all of this wonderful magic gets made. Come on, Sean, let's go.
Let's go to the back.
So even though this place isn't super big, I mean, they got a lot going on here. Look at this.
So this is our production area. So this is where we make everything. All our spirits are produced right in-house, right here.
Whoa.
So everything pretty much starts off in these 3 tanks right here. These are fermentation tanks. What happens in here is we get water and yeast, a mash. Different spirits have a different mash base. Our vodka and our gin are corn-based mash. The rum is a molasses. The bourbon is corn, rye, and barley. The single malt whiskey is 100% two-row barley. And then we have a blended, which has some rye in it. And then so that would be rye. This is a little sneak peek of something we got coming up.
Oh, really?
Is we are actually working on our own American-made tequila, so it would be an agave spirit. We are just in our fermenting process, so we're about a week in. Come to the back end, and I can take you to see what it looks like.
Okay. Is actual tequila fermenting? How long does it have to ferment, do you think, in order to become?
So about 1 to 2 weeks it will sit in our fermentation. And so from pretty much after, we'll seal this back up.
Okay.
It still needs a couple more days, but this is next on our list to actually run through our still. And
Exclusive.
then we will go into the big system. So the whole system, it is a 182 gallon hybrid column still. So once our fermentation is done, it will go into the big kettle right here. Once it's inside the kettle, it will heat up to the temperature of 172 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly. That is alcohol's boiling point. And we are collecting all our steam within the helmet. From the helmet, all the steam will start traveling through all the pipes.
Wow.
Once we're making a gin, it will stop in our gin basket right here. The gin basket essentially acts like a big tea bag. In this copper chamber right here, all our botanicals will sit. The main ingredient in gin is our juniper berries. So we also use coriander root, angelica root, Chinese 5-spice, ginger, mandarin peels, and lemon peels within our botanical blend. The vapors will rinse through and all the flavors will infuse from the botanicals. From there, it will travel up the column, which is right here. Column pretty much acts like a big filter. It keeps the bad down to where it brings the good up. to where it will go into the condenser. The condenser cools down all that steam and brings everything back into the liquid state. Once it's done in the condenser, it'll start dripping right out of the proving barrel.
Whoa.
So this is almost like the water fountain.
Yeah.
But it comes out hot spirit-wise and temperature-wise. And we are pulling, it's coming out anywhere from 160 to 180 proof. So it'll definitely put some hair on your chest. So it comes out in 3 different parts: the heads, the hearts, and the tails. The heads is an undrinkable product. It gives off methanol. You don't want to drink that at all. That's the stuff, the old wives' tale. They say it can make you go blind. We're not trying that here at Train Wreck.
You're not testing that?
No, not that one. Next is the hearts. That's the good stuff. That's what all our patrons are drinking here today. And then we will proof down, so essentially watering it down. Most of our spirits sit anywhere from about 80 to 90 proof. Take it to the back and we'll do bottling and labeling. And then it goes into our bar, into our tasting room for cocktails, but we do bottle sales here, but self-distribute to bars, liquor stores, restaurants throughout the state.
You, my friend, are like the liquor, the alcohol, Willy Wonka.
Thank you.
Okay, you are the Willy Wonka, minus the Oompa Loompas, and this right here is the everlasting gobstopper machine, okay, where it's going around, everything is happening, and then suddenly it just, you know, the everlasting gobstopper just pops out right here.
It's come with a lot of practice. We've made tons of mistakes in the beginning, but you know, with every mistake you learn something.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, we came up with a great product. These are all our barrels, so we actually have more at our other facility. We have a couple hundred over there. Some might say it is the largest in the state. This is the real deal. This is what everyone's drinking, what's going out to the liquor stores, what's going out to the bars. It's all right here.
It's all this new technology, but yet still old school.
Not too much has changed at all with the barrels ever since the days of the pirates, really. I mean, they would carry their rum on their ships and definitely be having a good time. Okay, and that would be our gin.
Okay.
First, French Oak Bourbon Whiskey. That is the French Oak, Super Chief French Oak Bourbon Whiskey. Our Blue Comet Single Malt Whiskey. Alrighty, and there's the lineup.
It's a buffet of wonderfulness. First one more time again, what's this one?
That is our Rail Cart Gin.
Rail Cart Gin. I like that. Being here in the train station, of course.
Yep, all the spirits are train inspired.
Wow. I mean, you really get a lot of flavor in that.
Yep. Along with the juniper, we use coriander roots, angelica root, Chinese 5-spice, ginger, mandarin peels, and lemon peels in our botanical blend.
And this second one here, what's this one?
That is the Super Chief Bourbon Whiskey, French Oak finished. So that is our blue wax.
So in the event that you come here and you're on a date, and you want to keep it a cheap date, I'm just kidding. Nothing here. Everything here is quality. I think it's funny that they call it, they're super cheap.
Super Chief.
Oh, Super Chief.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Super Chief. I'm not a big fan of the Chiefs, go Eagles, but the drink I'm sure I'm going to love. Here we go. Whew. Wow.
Yeah, that one definitely packs a little bit of a punch.
Yeah, that one has a little bit of a punch, but it is very flavorful. It's delicious. I'm really enjoying these things, even not being mixed with anything else, just by itself. It's really wonderful. They're strong, but very smooth at the same time. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes it is.
Okay.
Quality spirits should be smooth.
And last but not least, what's this one right here?
That is the Blue Comet Single Malt Whiskey.
If you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, you know that on Vacation Education, we like to go on some roller coasters. And I believe at one of the parks, the name of the roller coaster was the Comet. Not the Blue Comet, just the Comet. But here, you can experience a roller coaster of taste. So here we go. Whew. Now I'm ready to go on a roller coaster. That was absolutely delicious too. Well done, excellent.
Yeah.
All three were really wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. Glad you enjoyed them.
After you come in here and get your free samples and they start luring you in. This is a seasonal menu. It is always changing depending on the season. And how many different cocktails are on here again, Sean?
I think on this menu, it's 18 different cocktails. There's something for every flavor palette. We got sweet, we got spicy, we got savory, we got refreshing, we got smoky. There's something for everybody.
And as you can see right here, this is the Train Wreck Distillery spring menu. Spring Fever, Total Tea, Gotcha Matcha, Razzle Rita, Cut the Crust, Lynchy Lush, Spring and Stormy. You could say that again. Man, there's been a lot of storms this spring. And the list just goes on and on. I really love the names. You can tell that a lot of thought, time, and passion go into creating a menu like this. And that's what you want. That's what you want when you're coming out to a really unique, individual place like this. In your opinion, which one of these do you think we should go with?
So today, I'm gonna give you guys one of the best sellers. It's been on the menu since we've opened up, and it is our smoked old fashioned. So it's just like your traditional old fashioned, but it's smoked on cherry wood. It includes bourbon whiskey, a muddled cherry, orange, a little bit of bitters, and some sugar.
The magician is gonna go to work.
All right, let's get started on it. So the block in front of me, that is gonna be cherry wood.
The cherry wood right there. It looks already blackened, like
Yeah,
some action
yeah.
is about to happen.
Definitely some action has happened on this block right here. So that's cherry, and I'm just gonna get it until it's just about smoky so you can start to see a little bit of flame.
Wow.
It's like a drink and a show all in one.
I love it. That's what it's all about.
Okay. All right, and then we're gonna cup the smoke, and then we're actually gonna move on to building the cocktail itself. So I'm gonna start with our pint glass, pop some tops.
Look at that. Look at this right here.
We're gonna start with our bourbon infused cherry, and then we are gonna go into 1 sugar cube, and then we are going to finish up with an orange, 1 orange. Muddle everything up, but before we do that, I'm gonna grab some aromatic bitters.
Aromatic bitters.
Splash that. This is, if you think of like salt, bitters is kind of like a flavor enhancer.
Okay.
That's the best way to describe it. Give it a nice squish. Muddle it all up. So the Old Fashioned is actually, they say it's one of the oldest cocktails in the world. Just because when they started drinking, alcohol was typically a little harsh, so they wanted to mix it with something to ease it up, and that's how it became one of the first cocktails. So we did a 2-ounce pour. Our Super Chief bourbon whiskey, that's our 3 years. Old Fashioned is traditionally and should always be stirred, never shaken.
The total opposite of James Bond.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Put in our big rock, and we're gonna pour right over.
Wow. I don't think I've ever had a smoked drink before. I'm not sure I've ever even seen it before. Like I've seen like drinks been lit on fire, but not literally like the process
Smoke.
of what you just did. Yeah.
It adds a big smell factor, a big aroma factor to the cocktail, and a lot of people say you get a lot of your taste through your smell. And there you go. Cheers. That's for you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Wow, look at this. Incredible. Adventurers, we've had the samples. Now we're about to sample the Train Wreck Distillery #1 drink, the smoked old fashioned. I have to admit, I've never had this drink before. I'm excited to taste it here at Train Wreck. Let's go. Wow, it really does have like that smoky flavor. It is really delicious. It's got a strong flavor, but smooth. You're getting all the different elements in there coming together.
A sugar cube for sweetness, and then a little bit of bitters.
Some people say that about VKJ. They say, you know, he's a little sweet, but also a little sour at the same time. So I think it's only fitting that this was the #1 drink, and I'm the #1 influence in your hearts. Cheers, adventurers. Absolutely wonderful. Wow, Sean, you have done it. What an awesome place the Train Wreck Distillery is. To be able to come here and you take us on this incredible tour, giving us taste tests, a look behind the magic back there, it's really been wonderful.
For coming in, we would like to give you our own little train hats. We see you got yours on, and we got one for you and
What?
the big VKJD.
I went from like blah to Train Wreck Distillery official merchandise conductor hat. VKJD, what do you think about that Train Wreck official engineer hat right there?
It's pretty cool, you know. That guy was nice enough to give us a couple hats.
Man, right?
So,
Super cool.
yeah, I mean, we usually concentrate on the food videos, but this place was so fascinating, and the history, I enjoyed it a lot. It's educational. With it, you're going to enjoy it.
Right now, as we speak, VKJD, the parking lot is entirely full now of people. There is not a single parking spot to be had. Look at all the people in there now. It's really, really wild. I'm telling you, this place, people are arriving as we speak. So if you want to bring your dog, remember that the train wreck is dog friendly. So you can bring your dog back here and relax and have a couple drinks.
Saying, right?
What's she saying?
I'll kill you.
Of course. I'll kill you for a tasty drink. That's for sure. So bottom line, if you haven't heard about the Train Wreck Distillery, you have now.
There's always something new going on here. Thursday night we have trivia. Friday, Saturday we have live music. Sometimes we have food trucks that come in.
Oh, that's nice.
You have to check our Facebook or Instagram, and that's at Train Wreck Distillery for our event schedule, and that will be our food truck schedule and our live music schedule.
Sean, wealth of knowledge, knew everything there was and more. What a pleasure to meet him and bring him to all of you guys out there. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification button. If you thought that he really knew his spirit stuff, make sure you hit the super like button too. They even have the complimentary glass canister of water here to make sure you sober up before they send you on your merry way. After a wonderful video here at Train Wreck Distillery, it is time to ring the bell for merriment and good cheer. Holy cow, that thing is super loud. We are out of here.